Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. We have previously on the show this morning spoken about the CWWA and what is happening. We're very happy now to have a slightly different shift in the sense of talking about the National Water Sector Transformation Program and the benefits of this program, which is funded by the IDB. To do that, though, we are joined by Peter Ganesh, Program Manager, WASA Project Execution Unit. Morning, sir. Thank you so much for making the time.
Well, morning to you and morning to your viewers. And in the spirit of things, I'd just like to wish happy birthday to my own daughter, Brianna Ganesh, who had a birthday on Sunday. So thank you very much for having me.
I think she's an esteemed company because my VIP, her birthday was Saturday, so we're looking good.
All right, great.
But when we talk about transformation, though, and especially with regard to water and the systems that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, what are some of those general aims, those general objectives that we say, okay, well, these are the things that we want to transform?
Okay, so I think that is an excellent way to start, because we are in fact managing something called the National Water Sector Transformation Program, which looks at the overall overriding objective of getting to that 24/7 water supply throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Now, thus far, we have not been able to do that, even though we have made significant strides in the last couple of years to actually get us to that extent, right? But in 2023, March of 2023, the government would have signed 2 agreements with the Inter-American Development Bank. The first is something called a CLIP, a Conditional Credit Line for Investment Projects. And essentially, this agreement allowed the state to borrow up to $315 million to fund a series of projects and programs geared towards that overriding objective of increasing water, increasing the quality, increasing reliability, increasing sustainability, and ultimately increasing our resilience to treat with the issue of climate change. And that is a real issue that we're contending with. So the other thing that we would have done is started the ball rolling with the first loan operation. So we are in fact working on that first loan where we would have gotten $80 million, and there are some overarching objectives in that project. But what I'd like to do is kind of take a step back and look at the potential benefits for our clients. And ultimately, the Water and Sewage Authority has 3 tiers of clientele. Firstly, there are the top tier. I think those are the persons that receive 24/7 water supply, and ultimately, you can say, well, they already are the top of the line, so there really isn't much benefit for them. And I think that would be somewhat of a short-term view, because with the conference, as you mentioned yesterday, one of the critical issues they're looking at is climate change. I think it's undeniable fact at this point in time. If you look worldwide, there are significant challenges that are affecting the climate and that are affecting the potable water supply and the ability for utilities companies across the world to provide that continuous supply. So the major advantage to this particular group that already is at the 24/7 is to continue receiving a high-quality, reliable service that is resilient and that actually adjusts to climate change. All right? The second tier are those persons that receive an adequate supply. And what we want to do with those is actually take them into the realm of the 24/7. But this program is really geared towards that third group of clientele or citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, where those persons receive a less than adequate supply. And those are subdivided into 2 categories, the underserved community and the unserved community. And what we would like to do is ensure that we provide the mechanism to completely eliminate that group. We want to move those persons from that group to either one or the 2 other groups. So we anticipate that this program will provide direct benefits to over 115,000 households within Trinidad and Tobago, and in addition to which Those are persons who receive direct benefits, but we also anticipate a further 50 or 55,000 households to receive indirect benefits. So with our IDB loan, with other programs, because it's not a standalone program, we're actually working on a number of different fronts to address this long-term, this long-standing problem.
I appreciate the fact that you talk about the 3 tiers of clients, because some people might say, okay, well, you're getting water already, but if you don't take care of the system,
yes.
So individuals are getting, but there's a leak and it's not taken care of, that exacerbates the problem, that water could be used somewhere else. But what are some of the objectives, what are some of those incremental steps that you're working towards addressing that 3rd tier, underserved and unserved?
Right, so the program itself is broken up into 3 major components, right? Component 1 is our stabilization and improvement element. And in that, what we're trying to do is introduce new water into the system. So we will be drilling a series of wells. We'll be drilling 6 wells under this program, 2 in South Trinidad, which is potentially a burden area. We're drilling 3 in Central, and we're drilling 1 in the Chaguaramas area. So in addition to new water through wells, we are building 2 large water treatment plants, 1 in Tobago, in Goldsboro, Tobago. We're building, that will essentially run 2.5 million gallons of water per day. And that is, incidentally, the biggest plant that Tobago will actually manage, right? In addition to which, we are putting in a 5 million gallon water treatment plant in Santa Cruz, and that will be fed from the Santa Cruz River. So after we've done our new construction or wells, we are also improving the operational capacity of our existing plants. So we're doing some refurbishment and upgrade to 5 water treatment plants. 3 of those, Chatham, Navet, and Freeport, is just to bring them back to their operating capacity, increase the reliability, and ensure that the quality remains consistent. In terms of the 2 other plants, which is Guanapo in Arima, we're introducing 2.5 million additional gallons into that system. So right now, that plant produces around 3 million gallons of water per day, and we're introducing a further 2.5 million. So overall, Arima and Environ should be pretty much settled after this.
One thing we don't have settled is time. We have 2 minutes, so I want us to split it half-half, please.
Right.
In terms of timelines, and also future-proofing, because it seems as though 2 days, 3 days, extreme heat, we heard, can make you lose like about 10 million gallons from some of the places that we're dealing with. So how do we treat with that moving forward?
Okay, so timeline for us, this is a 4-year program in the first instance. We are in month 19, and we've already completed all our procurement, or the bulk of our procurements, I should say. So we are very well ahead in terms of our own initial schedule. We've already also started discussions with the bank for a second loan operation, because overall, even though we're using the 80 million, we are looking at that overarching 315 million to deal with the problem holistically. In terms of that future-proofing element, that is one of the main efforts at this conference, as you would have highlighted earlier, but it's also something that we are also treating with, and we are looking at long-term studies, we are looking at international protocols, we are looking at alternative sources. So in addition to our surface water, we are looking at well water, we're looking at desal. So we are looking at a comprehensive solution that addresses the issue of climate change, that addresses the issue of serviceability of, to our valued customers across Trinidad and Tobago, so that as we move into, the 21st century, we're very much involved at this point. We are in the age of AI, and we're still today treating with problems that I would have grown up with as a child. And I think it's important that, the country takes a stand and for once and for all, solve this problem moving forward. Right?
And we thank you for that insight from 2022 to now. moving from 31 to 61% of people are receiving a 24/7 supply of water.
Yes.
So we're trending in the right direction. Peter Ganesh, Program Manager, WASA Project Execution Unit, thank you very much letting us know what is going on with the IDB-funded National Water Sector Transformation Project. Stay with us. You do not want to miss this section or this segment that is coming up next on the Now Morning Show.